Family, friends, fellow gamers, educators, and students, welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am Grumpy Gnome. Let's get some grump on in Baldur's Gate. How about that? You know, the last time we played Baldur's Gate, that kind of fizzled out like a dud firework. There was just too many things that went wrong with that game, and we just lost the drive to finish it because of characters, because of mistakes we made in the game. So we're going to start a brand new game, and this is going to be the Tale of Four Brothers. I kept talking about this before and before. Let's do it. Brother number one, Guenter. Let's bring Guenter into the mix. There he is. His appearance, that looks good. His voice is going to be brutish. So let's do that. And his name is Guenter. Done. I like this character because I actually got an 18 double aught for the strength. And Baldur's Gate is based on 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, where low armor class is better. And 18 / any percentile here, and of course the double aught means 100. This is the highest strength you can get in the game before you go on to supernaturals, or unless you're playing a half orc character. Am I even allowed to say half orc anymore? But anyway, I just did, because this is the era I grew up in. Dexterity 10, I am not concerned with dexterity because early game I'm going to get some gauntlets. That's going to raise that to 18. Constitution 18 for a fighter is important. And I'm starting to think now that I could have actually taken his Constitution to 19. I don't know. Maybe I could have, maybe not. Anyway. Intelligence and wisdom don't really matter too much in this game, but the 18 charisma is going to pay for itself over and over and over and over again. I do not like my weapon choices, but because this was a character that I created and I just want to get into this game, I'm going to stick with this. There is an early game longsword, which is actually the best longsword of the game, so he will be picking that up. Also, there is a crossbow of accuracy, which I would like to use. Once again, an early game feature. And then I've got them down here for 2 weapon style. And if I were to recreate Guenter, I would actually have his proficiency in axes, and I would max out. I would go Grand Mastery with the axes, and then I would max out the 2 weapon style with the 3 pluses, and I would dual wield him, and all of the benefits he gets towards axes would actually go for both the throwing axe and the melee axe. So I kind of screwed the pooch on this one with this build, but you know what? It's never too late to go ahead and throw axes into the mix. We might just be getting a little slower start than we normally would. Okay, we could still do that. So I'm going to accept them. Okay. Oh, no! Go back. Name, Guenter. Done. And create party. That's where we want to go. Okay. Brother number 2 is going to be, and I'm going to put these in order of their marching, is going to be Helmut. Helmut is the oldest brother of the bunch. So he's coming into the picture. This is going to be our cleric. As you can tell here, he is a priest of Tempest. He is chaotic good, as is Guenter. They're all gnomes, of course. That's how they become brothers. He's already got the 18 strength and the 18 dex, which is going to be really good for his armor class. Constitution is 16, because for any non-fighting character, that is the highest you can go. Intelligence of 10 is just average. Wisdom, I maxed out at 19. I'm sorry, at 17, because that's as high as I can take a gnome character. Charisma for him doesn't matter because Guenter is going to be doing all of our talking. And down here are a list of the spells that he knows. And I normally start my clerics with Bless, Command, and Cure Light Wounds. I put him into a bright green because there's an early game armor that he is going to be picking up. And his voice is going to be jovial.
For justice.
For justice. That's a good cleric saying there. Name, Helmut. Done. Okay, and escape. Accept. Number 3 is going to be our thief. Our thief is going to be the youngest brother, Wolfgang. Now, Wolfgang has 18 strength. They all have 18 strength because I'm only running with a party of 4. And I want to give them at least as much advantage as I can without bending the rules too much. Dexterity, he's maxed out at 18. Constitution is maxed out at 16, and the rest of these numbers don't really matter for him. The proficiencies, the one proficiency here that does matter the most is the open locks, and you're going to see an example of that as soon as the game starts. Appearance, I've already got him into the dark clothing because there is a certain studded leather that I want him to have. And it is dark in color. In fact, it's called shadow armor, so that's one thing. Aggressive. I know it's a female voice, but hey, we're gnomes, so.
All will die. None other than me should be in this place.
So that's my.
Become my feet if I do not rest soon.
That's my gnome voice. Done, and name is Wolfgang. So we're going to accept him. And finally, this is the second oldest brother. This is going to be Hans. And Hans is going to be our illusionist. So Hans has 18 strength, even though it doesn't really matter for an illusionist. But because of his weapon, which is a sling, he actually adds his strength bonus to the sling. Dexterity 18, and the only reason I got that is to max out on his armor class. Once again, I maxed out his constitution at 16. Because he is a gnome, he is allowed to have a 19 intelligence. That's actually one above the game max for races. And then his wisdom and his charisma, they don't matter in this game. And the spells that I took are blindness, identify, and spook. I don't know why I took blindness, but spook is actually I believe spook is an illusion, and I have to take one illusion. And the reason I took identify here is because I do not want to steal Tetherol's identify scroll in the beginning of the game. So appearance, he's all decked out in his purplish colors. As a matter of fact, we might have to change this into something a little more magenta type style. We'll see when it comes up. We could do that in game. And his voice is going to be elderly. Here.
Death will come swiftly for you. There are none more capable for this position.
Hey, they're gnomes. Don't question me. Here we go. And name, Hans. Here we go. Let's go. We're done. I cannot talk today. This is like my 6th recording today, not of this game. I finally figured out how to get OBS working with Baldur's Gate. And let's play. Let's get on with this. I'm going to go core rules because there's really only one reason I would ever want to use... No, there's 2 reasons I would go to normal. One reason is to copy spells into my spell book. And right here it says that the spells can be copied without failure. And unfortunately here, they actually can fail. So that's one chance I'm taking. But the real reason is for the hit points. Venture forth.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerun. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
All right, here we go. Let's get into this. Okay, there we are, standing in front of Candlekeep Inn. It would be a good point in the game for me to tell you a little bit about my gnomish personality. I don't know if you're familiar with this saying or not.
Right, what's this then?
That gnomes have deep pockets and short arms, which basically means we do not like to spend money. And anytime we have to spend money, we would much rather have somebody else buy it for us than having to pay for it ourselves. This is going to be a spoiler. Of course, if you're watching, it's already been spoiled. But this is like an Easter egg in the game. If you speak with Firebead Elvenhair 30 times, he will actually give you 300 gold. So let's go ahead and do this.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays. It's hard to find
2, 3,
decent folk
4,
nowadays.
5, 6,
It's hard
7,
to find decent folk
9,
nowadays.
10, 1,
It's hard to
2,
find
3,
decent folk
4,
nowadays.
5, 6,
It's hard to
7,
find
8,
decent folk
9,
nowadays.
10,
It's hard to
1,
find decent
2,
folk
3,
nowadays.
4,
It's hard to
5,
find decent
6,
folk
7,
nowadays.
8,
It's hard to
9,
find decent
10.
folk nowadays.
And there's our 300 gold, just like that. Now, thank you, Firebead. We are going to do a little bit of thievery here. So he's going to run over. He's going to run over here to this chest, which actually has a trap on it. And I don't know if it'll be able to detect the trap or not. Is this detect trap? Come on, open up for me. Thieving. I don't know if it is. What's this? There we go. And this should have lit up as a trap. Now, the thing is, although it is a trap, it will not be set off. You can just simply open it. He's going to grab those items. He's going to come up here. He's going to grab the dagger. And then he's going to come over and he's going to get ready to go upstairs. So while he's upstairs, Guenter. Where's Guenter? Oh, no, I want to go back to you.
You right.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're going to come over
Right,
here,
ruleset.
and you're going to talk to a couple nobles. There they are. And
No time to chit-chat.
no time to chit-chat. So step up to the heat, young one, and see, this is a very friendly dialogue for a noble to have. Normally, nobles are very inhospitable. That's a good word. Standoffish. But you know what? Because our charisma is 18, we can actually talk to them, and we're going to get a quest out of this. So here we go. Okay. Oh, yes, darling. They are most standoffish, and they're referring to the green monks that are running around the yard. Those are actually your tutors in the game. So I got a choice here. They lead somewhat clustered life. Watch your tongue. That was okay. Oh, I would not let it concern you, my lady. Perhaps they are not of use to the wealth such as yours. You are quite wealthy, are you not? Bring a lot of... And then that's going to actually clue them to... Oh my God, yeah, maybe we are showing off a little bit too much. And this is the choice we're going to use. So what this is going to do is now they're going to take their belongings upstairs to their room and lock it into their chest. Capital idea. Perhaps I should do the same. Leave the finery under lock and key. So here we go. There they go upstairs. And we're going to actually... follow them up. You know what? I take that back. He does not have to.
Sorted.
Yes, he does. Because there's another thing I'm going to do up here that's probably a lot of you have not seen before. There we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab Wolfgang, and he's going to go... I blocked him in.
I'm on it.
Okay, why don't you come over here? Now you get in there. And there we go. We're just going to... These people are sleeping. The rule of thumb is if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. Just don't try to wake them. See, to get into a locked chest, you've got two options. Number one, you use your thief to get in using thieving skills. Number two, if you've got a strong enough fighter, you can bash the lock open. The thing is, if you bash the lock open, you don't get the experience that you would get for picking it. So always pick the lock if you have that opportunity. Then we're going to take this one and just like that. And now we're going to go to a room, this one right here, which is the room of the nobles. In this chest here, it does not matter if you have a 19 strength or if you have any pick lock number under, say, 60, 65, you cannot get into this lock. But you saw when we first started the game that I boosted my pick locks up to 70, which means I can actually get in here. And I believe there is 1,500 gold pieces worth of stuff in here. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. It's going to tell me it's locked. I'm going to pick it. And these are the valuables that are in there. Now, this is going to be total cheese. I'm going to take Guenter. I'm going to come over here where there's another noble. And we're going to do something here that normally wouldn't be done in a game because we are of good alignment. But let's make up some kind of backstory like this guy always rode our butts, to get stuff done. Maybe he's being a little too snooty. Maybe he just called us short. Or even worse, he called us greedy. So, whatever the case is, I am going to select my fist and I'm going to knock this guy out. Just like...
Get over here.
Boom. Just like that. With him knocked out, now Wolfgang can come over here. He's going to pick this lock. Oh, nope. Stop hitting.
You right.
Yeah, you're done. You go down.
I'm on it.
So Wolf, come on, guys. Figure it out. Figure it out. There we go. And you
Yes,
are going to
sure.
get into there. You're going to open it. Oh, no. There we go.
Surely.
Locked. Let's open it. Open. And that just got us about another 100 gold pieces worth of stuff. And we're done up here. There's really nothing in these last two. The last thing we're going to do before we leave is get the equipment that we absolutely cannot get out in the, you want to call it the wilderness, once we leave Candlekeep. So I'm going to choose Guenter as my speaker
Sorted.
because with his charisma, he's going to get the...
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Yes, you did hear correctly. His inn is as clean as an elven arse. So, anyway, hello there, young one. Come to visit Winthrop, have you? So you could tell we're friends. You know, we go way back because actually we've been working here since what they said all of our life. So anyway, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece entrance fee as per Candlekeep. And of course, that's ridiculous. So we're going to call him on his joke. Ha ha, you're always the big kidder. And he's just having fun with us. And now he says, do you need anything? And I said, sure. So we could stay here if we needed to refresh our spells, which we don't. But what we can do is we can go ahead and start purchasing some stuff. Before we purchase, I'm going to offload anything that I don't need. For instance, a dagger, we don't need that. We can actually sell the Star Sapphire. We can sell the Pearl Necklace and see, okay, so 1750 is what the nobles had in their room. And here's the Flame Dance, was actually a little more than I thought. So we took 150 from the noble we knocked out, and we got 1750 from the nobles that we sweet talked. So now we've got over 2,500 gold pieces to buy stuff with, but we're not going to because we don't work that way. I'm going back to Guenter, and now I'm only going to get the essentials. And when I say the essentials, I mean the bare minimum. We're going to get 2 slings. So, cha-ching, done. I am going to get bolts. And I believe it was it 12? Let's go to 24. I think 24 is going to give me 3 stacks of 80 times 2. 12 would give me 3 stacks of 80. 24 is going to give me 6 stacks of 80. And I want 1 bolt. Well, that's a quarrel of bolts. And as far as armor goes, we don't need it. Anything else here? We don't need it. And there's the stuff that we sold. So we're going to buy this little bit of stuff that we just got right now. Cha-ching. And we're done here. Now, in this game, first of all, hit pause. If you don't want the timer to keep running, just remember to hit the pause button. Or you can't see it because of the face cam, but there's another pause in the lower left. Now what I need to do is distribute the wealth. So let's select the whole party. Let's just get the party together right here in the middle. And now that we're together, I am going to go ahead and start distributing the goods. So 1 sling is going to go to Hans, and 1 sling is going to go to Helmut. And then I'm going to see, here's our 6 stacks of 80. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and hold on to these, and they need to equip it. So there's the sling. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And see how they kind of stacked in the quiver right there? That's the way that the slings work. Come down to Hans. Here's his sling. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And before we move on, there's a couple things I want to check on. So let's go back to the game. Are we paused? We are now. And I'm going to get into my options menu if I can remember how to do that. And I want to go into... Is this where I want to be? I thought this is where I wanted to be. Save game, quick game, load game, sound, graphics, gameplay. Here we go. The one thing I want to make sure here is max hit points on level up. Heal until rested is good. Group in for vision is good. Weather doesn't bother me. Gore doesn't bother me. And I want to... It doesn't say anything here about auto casting spells. Oh, I know where that's at. Okay, return to the game. That's in their scripts.
You right.
Yeah, so we're going to go into here, and if we go into, I believe it is it information? No. Stats? No. Customize. Gosh, it's been a while since I played this. We just saw, family, we just saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Advanced AI, I don't want that. I like to control my own parties. So I am going to play this person as a nun so I can control him. And he is done. And then I'm going to come down to Helmut. And we're going to go to customize his script. And he is at none, which is good. That's exactly where I want him. So he's done. We're going to come down to Wolfgang. And we're going to customize his script. And we actually want to make him I want to say a thief passive. No, thief ranged. And because the reason I want him to be a ranged thief is because when he's not engaged in combat, he's detecting traps. So this might get a little bit too carried away for us, but we'll see how it goes. Another thing we could do is we could also take Helmut and go down to his script and make him a ranged, right here, cleric ranged attack. And that would be a good choice for him as well. And then he's done. And then finally, we're going to come down to Hans. And Hans is going to do the same. He's going to be strictly ranged. And I want to say that for some reason, I think this is what I click on him. Because even though it says wizard, there really is no choice for ranged wizard. So I'm just going to put him straight at a ranged person. And that's it. Not deranged. Well, then again, they're gnomes. So take it as you want. Okay, let's get back in the game. We're done. We are done here.
Go on then.
Let's go.
I'm on it.
Now notice I only took the minimal. Oh, that's loud.
I'm on it.
I only took the minimal amount of. I'm looking for. Does this? I don't know what I'm trying to do. No. Is it control? Nope. Is it alt? Nope. Is it shift? Nope. Okay. I don't know. We're just going to have to deal with it. If it's too loud, I'll re-record this. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to take a walk around the Candlekeep area. There are quests for us to do here, kind of like we're doing our chores now. And all of these little diamonds here are things that we can interact with, places we can interact with, and also known as the quests that are in the game. So we're going in a counterclockwise area because this is going to be the quickest way to knock out all of them. If you were a new player, as soon as you exited Candlekeep, you're going to see a tutor right off here, that is basically prompting you to do this in a clockwise rotation. The only problem with that is every tutor that you come up against or every location is going to have you going back for something else. So this is the quickest way to knock this out. And let's congregate at the barrel. See, there's one of the green monks right there. And it says tutor. You can check barrels and stuff. If you want to know what you can check, just push the tab button. And the tab button lights up all of the things that you can interact with. We'll take that.
Spit it out.
Okay, these are the barracks. And the barracks are going to be the first place that we're going to go into.
Right, what's this then?
It's usually not a good format to go into places that you're not invited into. But that doesn't make any sense because we're going to be going into a lot of places uninvited. Fuller. This is Fuller. He is the captain of the guard, and we're going to ask him if there's anything that we can do for him.
Right, what's this then? I should have joined the army.
So basically what he's telling you here is that Hull, he forgot his sword, which is in this chest up here, and he's saying, hey man, could we go give it to him? And sure enough, we will do that. But also, we're going to ask Fuller if he's got any chores we can do for him. And he's going to say, errands, yeah, he needs a quarrel of crossbow bolts. So if you guys remember, that's exactly what we picked up. So we're going to end the dialogue. Now we're going to talk to him again.
I should have joined the army.
And thanks, kid. And I'm going to show you something here. We got 50 experience, which is a little bit more coinage than we would get if we had a lower charisma. But the most important thing here is the dagger. In most cases, I think if you had like a 15 through 17, 15, 16 charisma, you would maybe get 25 gold pieces and a normal dagger. But because we are an 18 charisma, he actually gives us his father's dagger, which happens to be a, where am I? Oh no, I want you. This one here, you see the blue hue around it? That indicates it is a magical dagger. And I don't know if this one, nope, we can't identify it, but maybe Hans can. So I'm going to give this to Hans. He's going to look at it, and no, he cannot identify it either. But that's okay. We do know that this is a +1. So with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and who do we want to give it to? You? Let me see what your proficiencies are. Did I put you in as, I did get you in as a dagger. Okay, so that is awesome. Now if we go back to this, and with the quarterstaff, he needs a 22 to hit somebody. This is on a THACO of 20. THACO means to hit armor class 0. So if the opponent or the enemy had a 0 armor class, I would actually have to roll a natural 20 to hit him. But I guess a 22 with this. But notice what the proficiency here does. Boom. Now I need an 18. So if I were to use my staff, I need a 22 to hit, armor class 0. And of course that changes. If the armor class were 1, I would need a 21. If it was a 2, I would need a natural 20. So don't think that this is unattainable on a 20-sider. So anyway, here we go. So with the staff, I need a 22. With the dagger, I only need an 18. So I'm going to leave the dagger with him. And let's get back to the game. And last thing we're going to do here
Right.
is come over
What's
here.
this then?
And we're going to take Hull's things, and we're going to take that antidote.
Go on then.
And that antidote is going to be for another quest.
Sorted.
Continue. Now, if we were running there's nothing in here. If we were running a solo character, one of the people would come up to us and offer us to go into the cellars for some multi-party combat. But because we are already a multi-party, we're not going to get that option. This is kind of cool because there actually is, this is like the in-house or something. Come on, you guys, fit through the door. Actually, why don't we take a minute and reorder ourselves to this one? And now let's go in. And I'm going to pause it right here because this person is actually an assassin. And if you did not know that, you're going to know it as soon as he engages us in combat. A neat thing you can do with ranged weapons is that you can aggro anybody in the game before they even reveal their intention. So we can either allow him to get in our face and basically tell us he wants to kill us, or we can already try to drop him from a distance. And I always like that feature. So you click on your little weapon here, you click on him, and then
Get over here.
we already get a ranged shot on him without even taking the risk of engaging in combat.
Sorted.
It's got a dagger. We'll take it. And we're out of here because that's all what's in that room. Come down here. The gate warden is still probably going to come up to us.
Our rules are very strict.
There he is. Anyway, he's basically telling us that Gorion is looking for us, and he wants us to equip ourselves so we can get on with our journey. So, okay, thank you. We're going to go into the infirmary. This is a free potion of healing. If you talked with this person right here, there is a second potion of healing in this chest. However, it is extremely difficult to pick this chest and go undetected. If you become detected, they call the guard and you're basically screwed. They're going to take all your gold. So since we're good alignment, we're just going to play out we'll take the one free one. So we're going to talk to this priest.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Cool. Huh. So you're sick, huh? You look rather healthy to me. Boy, man, every time I said that to a student. But anyway, they just want to go see the nurse. But you never can tell. Never can tell. I got to send a student to the nurse. Do you need any potions or anything? Hey, man, that'd be nice. And of course, there's where we get our potion of healing. You know what? We're done here. Let's leave. And we're going to keep going. And right up over here, there's Hull. So we're going to have a talk with Hull. Notice I'm still using my Charisma 18 person, because Hull's reaction is also dependent upon the charisma of the person that's engaging him. And he's going to be much nicer to us because of our charisma. So there's the journal for Hull's sword. No, we don't have to go back and get it because we already got it. We talked to him a second time. Thanks, kiddo. Grind didn't bring you up half bad. Any other lower charisma, and he would basically say, hey, you whelp, get out of here. And the 50, I think the 50 experience may or may not be charisma enhanced, but the gold definitely is. I think any other lower charisma would have only gotten 10 gold. Keep moving. There we go. So we're going to now go to the storeroom where we're going to have a talk with Reaver. Right here.
Why Moradin's hammer?
Now, Reaver is a dwarf. A dwarf. So he also has deep pockets and short arms. And you're going to find that out in a minute. So you're going to attack there, you're going to attack there, you're going to attack here, and you might as well
Now what?
attack over here too.
Get over here.
And you can already go over here and attack or go someplace. And come on, you guys, just get in there and get some. Now, these rats will not hurt us. They're only 1 experience point each. It looks like we've already cleared this because there's usually one hiding back here. If you're evil alignment, you can kill the cats and get 1 experience point for each of them.
Right.
3 things that you can look in here. You got a barrel, crate, and crate. There's only a silver ring over here. And we're leaving. And now watch this huge reward that Reaver dumps on us.
Why Moradin's hammer?
Ah, yes, kill them like the rats they are. A glorious battle, unlike those any of the world's ever seen. Here's 5 gold pieces. Don't spend it all in one place. Heck, 5 gold pieces won't even buy a coffee at Starbucks. Anyway, we could interact with this person. He just basically teaches combat. So as you're going around clockwise, he teaches single combat, and then further down, the Gate Warden will teach you multiple combat. If you have a low reputation or you want to raise it, you can talk to the priest here. And I don't know if you can buy potions and stuff from him yet, but there are priests throughout the map that you can talk to.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Yeah, this is where you give a donation. For every 100 you donate, there's our 45 timer, but we're going to get out of Candlekeep. For every 100 you donate, you get a +1 to your reputation. And that's also important when you start buying things. Charisma and reputation, those will get you a long way in this game. This is healing if you needed any special healing. This over here are antidotes that you can purchase. And of course, if you have something you want to identify, like a magic dagger, you can do it right there. But we're done. Just wanted to show you that. Let's come over here and talk to Dreppen. So this is Dreppen over here. First thing he's going to tell us is Philidia. And yeah, she's an interesting character. She lost her book in the hay. Now, my first question is, gee, Philidia, what are you doing in the hay? And how does Dreppen know that your book is there? Go figure. So we're going to grab Philidia's book. And we can already talk with him.
What do you need?
So here it is. Philidia left her book there. Oh, you already have it. And so run it over to her. And then he's got other plans. So we're going to just find out what his other plans are. And Nessa is not having a good day. This is Nessa. So do you remember that antidote we pulled out of Hull's chest? Well, now's the time we're going to use it. So we're going to talk to him again.
What do you need?
And we're going to give him the antidote. We get 50 experience for that. We lost the antidote. Nessa feels so much better now. And we're done. Move on. Second assassin encounter. Once again, let's do the aggro on him first. It basically says, I've got a blade with your name on it.
Hello?
Boom, and down he goes. Now here there's a few more things that we could pick up. For instance, and I'm going to use my thief because there are locked things in here, like this one. So we're going to pick this. And we're going to get a dagger. There's nothing in the barrel, if I could remember. This might be locked. No, it's not. Nothing here, nothing here. And the only other thing here, other than that, is in this, I think it's this chest. And that is where Helmut
Yes.
is going to get his
At once.
weapon of proficiency. A warhammer. Boom. Okay. Select the whole group again.
Go on then.
And let's actually,
What could I do to help?
could just go here. And now, when he normally would need a 22 to hit with the staff, now he needs a 19 with the warhammer. He's basically done with his staff. I'm just going to drop it on the ground, and he's good to go. So now he has got his allotment of weapons. He is proficient with the warhammer, as this will tell us. Let's see where it is. There it is. Proficiencies, warhammer, and sling. And those are the two weapons that he has. Let's go. Let's do this. Grab the group.
Spit it out.
Head on out of here.
I'm on it.
One more person to talk to, and that's going to be Philidia. And she's right up here.
Hello there.
Hello there. Have you seen my copy of this? Oh, I just can't stand the whatever. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what she was doing in the hay.
Hello there.
Hello there. My book. You got it. And she's going to give us 50 experience and a lynx eye gem. Cool. Before we head out, oh, we got one more quest to do. I forgot all about it. We need to go get the identify scroll from Tetherol. So let's see if we can find him down here. Or he'll find us.
Greetings, young one.
There he is. Tetherol. Firebead sent you, hasn't he? Well, take the scroll back to him. And because we are good aligned, we actually will take the scroll back. Let's get into here. If it ever you want to jump from one place to another, you can actually just click on the world map here, and anywhere you click, the box will light up. You click inside that box, and your people will make their way for that location. Now, before I talk to Firebead over here, we're going to sell
I'm on it.
some of the stuff that we just picked up.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Yep. He's not going to change. So anyway, we're going to sell the silver ring. We're going to sell this, and I'm going to sell the dagger. And let's get rid of it. And he's got nothing to sell, and he's got a dagger to sell, and he's got nothing to sell, and we're all done. And now we're going to gather the group, have one more talk with Firebead.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Okay, so he thanked us. We got a potion of healing out of that, and I got protection from evil. And there should have been some experience in there too. Let's see if... oh. Party gained an... Okay, that's the identify. Yeah, here we go. We gained 50 from that. Okay, so let's get out of here. We are all done. The last thing we need to do now is find Gorion. And here I'm going to do the clicky thing. So I'm going to click right here because somebody is going to, the second most annoying person in the game is going to encounter us right here. So
Right,
cha-ching.
what's this then?
And this actually is a important NPC in the game. However, we're not going to take her because this is going to be our party right here.
Hey, it's me, Emily.
Oh, it's Emily. What a surprise. Okay, I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. Of course, it's kind of funny because we're gnomes and we're calling this human a little one. Leave me be. I've got no time to waste. That's probably a pretty direct, or I'm sorry, child. I cannot tell anyone where I'm going. That might be the most gnomish thing to say. Nuts on a biscuit. Just open. A TK teacher? I don't think so. We're going to do the last one. So anyway, if you say so, you sure picked up a lot from old Gorion. He never tells it straight. Anyway, wait, what do you know about my journey? Or it sounds like you've been nosing around where you shouldn't have. Stay out of my business. I'm just going to go ahead and click this one because it's the friendlier of the two. And, you know, the old stick in the mud. So she's very, very passive here. So anyway, we're just going to end it. But the person we really want to talk to is Mr. G right up here. So let's go. Talk to him.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
So this is very unnerving. Now he's basically saying, hey man, we need to pack our things and get out of Dodge. So I could say a little bit longer, I got to go get my stuff. But you know what? We're going. We're going with what we got.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them. Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time.
Now I'm
Wait,
going.
there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
Now I'm going solo here,
Receptive for an old man.
but the whole party is with us.
Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
So this actually is Saravak, and the ward is right here. That's us, and his main goal is to kill all of his siblings. So, but
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
and here we go.
Get out of here.
And Gorion goes down.
The dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
And there is our prompt to go to the Friendly Arm Inn.
Hey, it's me, Emmeline.
As if she wasn't annoying enough already. But you know what? I think this is probably going to be a good place to call the game. Since we're not going to take her, she still has some items of interest to us. So what I am going to do is I'm going to allow her into our party. And then...
You're a queer fellow.
Yeah, she's only going to say that to us once. And we're going to take her 3 potions of healing. So now everybody has one. A wand of magic missiles for the mage. Potion of speed for the thief. Here is a bow and arrow for the thief. We're going to stack those. Move those over to there. And we have basically just taken all of her equipment from her. Now that we've done that, we're going to come down here. We're going to reform the party. We're going to dismiss her. She's out of our party, and we are good to go. The last thing I want to do, because I'm not going to remember, is to equip everybody. So let's stack those, put those there. You've got one here. You've got a potion of speed. This potion could actually go to... I'm going to give it to the doc, only because he is the one who... Okay, that goes there. That's going to go on the ground. And that is going to be replaced right there. 40 arrows are going to go up there. Spells go to the doc. I'm sorry, the wizard. Illusionist, if you want to be exact. And he has got a potion of healing. He's got a couple scrolls. And we're going to use that. And that's it, man. I think that's going to be our game for the day. Go back here. Come back here. Nope, we're done with you. And select the whole group. And with that said, let's hit pause. And I'm going to try to exit out of this game. So if you like this adventure, please give me a like. If you didn't like it, give me a sympathy like anyway. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you do subscribe, please tell 10 people. Actually, tell 20 people. If you don't know 20 people, tell 10 people twice. Or you can tell 5 people 4 times each. I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And cha-ching and cha-ching.